Hi, and welcome to episode 13 of Space Exploration. I'm Icon, and today's endeavor will be the construction of a green circuit facility, and I guess I'll be having some time to plan the mall and set some first stones down there. So that's going to be what you can expect for today, and if you like this type of content, drop my channel a subscription and you won't miss any Factorio episodes anymore. Alright, where do we start? I grabbed myself some more bricks because, I don't know, I really do like flooring this nasty gray stuff here. But, I mean, I have a car now. Main problem with this facility here is that we have to manage 45 units of copper cable. And, well, on a red belt we can only transport 30 items per second, so I have to split that into two portions. I just wait for the first assembler machines to get produced, and then we're going to start. I planned this like here, so I'll go there. I want to keep some space open for the smelters to expand. It's always better to be to have more space left than too little. So it's going to be like this. We have 5 assemblers which will produce our electronic circuits here. So there has to be one input line, a red one for the copper cables, and there has to be another one which we can do as a yellow one as well, for the stone tablets. There we go. So the real nasty thing about this whole construction is it'll need more than one belt of copper plates. So right now I'm only smeltering one complete belt of copper. So this whole construction will be overstraining the output of my copper production, but that's okay. I had to expand that sometime soon anyways. But let's work with this as it is, because at some point it doesn't matter that I don't have enough copper plates for that, since we're going to have a backup in production. I mean, this facility won't be running under full pressure for the next time. Alright, so we now have to construct the copper cables. So half the facility means half the amount of assembling machines. That means we're going to put down 8 machines here. I was considering something like that. Let's put them down like this. I leave some room in between to have no trouble with my small power poles right now. I mean, we can already do bigger ones, but I don't have them all right now, so this is going to be the first part of that. And let's check out how the inserter pressure is here. So if I would go for long-handed inserters, I could output that on with 3 red ones. And if I go for fast ones, I need 2. Alright. So we're going to use the fast ones for the input for sure. Also noticing that I need more of them. This inserter feeling needs more inserters. I mean, the good thing about all this is I'm really well prepared at this point. If I need motors or anything like that, I can just run over to my facility and grab that stuff. We're really solving many of these nasty early game problems you're having with this mod. So there we go. I'm going to steal a few motors here, just to have no trouble in the near future with small crafting duties out of my inventory. Okay, back to business. I mean, since I'm not able to sustain this whole production out of one belt anyways, I'll leave it like this. for now. And then I'm going to consider how to do it in a sec. But let's finish this one first. So it's going to be a throughput of 12. So how many does one of them eat? I could bring up 2 more. So how much output would 2 more mean? I mean, I could just deplete that whole belt of copper here. And it transforms into 30 copper cables, so that's pretty ideal. But what's not ideal is how the situation here is made. So what I want to do here is I want to have it like that. The direction here of the belt is not correct, but I just realized how much trouble I can spare myself, or away from myself, if I just do it like that. And we're going to output those 30 copper cables just below that, because that's closer to the actual assembling area. That's sounds easier to me. So there we go. So let's check it out. This facility really will, well, it'll only eat 22.5, so we could, let's check out how much this pressure comes from 1. So I won't be able to put up more than that on 1 belt, but let's do it like this. Boom. Okay. Last thing now are the stone bricks. Luckily, I do have a brick belt. So I just last episode I was thinking a lot about how I would where I would twiddle through the bricks, but today I just realized a very simple solution. So since the copper will flow there, let's do it like that. I'm anticipating where the stuff will be in the future. So we have to do it like that. And I'll just let the bricks ride alongside with stuff like glass. Like all these... this area is like the miscellaneous category of my bus. That's just the conclusion I've made for the time being, because I have to sort it somehow. And that sounds like a quite cool idea to do it. Alright, let's... Okay, that's good. Twiddle that in here. And once I expand this facility, I will be checking out where I can split that over into the next one. So maybe I'll just leave it at 9 electronic circuits per second for the time being, until I have expanded my copper production down here. I think that sounds like not the worst idea. So there we go. And I think it's about time to consider working with trains down there as well. But one thing at a time. Before I can do trains, I will need a mall, because I don't want to handcraft all the necessities for that by hand. No thanks. It's just pretty annoying. And I don't know if I already haven't researched the stack inserters, but I don't really want to start a train business without stack inserters, because it's just no fun and not really efficient. So there's one thing though, we're going to suffer some severe backup if I do it like that. So that's why it's always good to leave some breathing room between your machines. So, but one thing that's not good. I can't do a yellow splitter. It's nonsense. The pieces all have to have the same color, or your system won't be working at the maximum speed. So I'm going to set in another balancer over here, so we're balancing this out after, well, possible. Yeah, let's see. I won't be needing the full 30 cables after all, so with high amounts of production, it gets more and more complicated to manage the speeds and stuff like that. Alright, but that should work. So let's go down here. I'm pretty sure that one long-handed inserter is not enough. Holy. What? That comes unexpected. So we really will be needing more than one long-handed inserters for the stone tablets. Wow. That comes unexpected. So that's a real problem because I'll need... I'll need 4 inserters here per machine due to that, per side. And you can only install 3 of them at this side. Well, so it's quite simple. I just have to research better inserters. I'm pretty sure that stack inserter capacity. There has to be inserter capacity researches that I'm lacking right now. So inserter capacity bonus tier 2, that was, yeah. After this, so bottom line, I don't need to care about efficiency too much here because I am not able to achieve maximum efficiency with this kind of setup. Anyways, I would need to restructure my whole machinery to get maximum efficiency out of the stuff I design here. So, I mean, it's not really terrible because I have what I need, and that's a steady output of green circuits, which I can rely on. That's all I wanted to have to begin with. So, for the output, is there... 2 basic inserters per machine. Gee. I really need better inserter technology. I realized that. Okay. So... yeah, they can't, oh man. Where's my focus today? They can't be eating just raw bricks, of course. I have to cook this up into stone tablets first. Silly me. No. But I don't mind having some bricks in the inventory. It's no problem. I want to brick this place anyways. So it's one of those excess item floods in my inventory I actually appreciate. Okay, so let's finish this little thing here. We're going to need a few machines for the production of the stone tablets, of course. So there we go. Let's do 3 of them. We have to maintain a pretty high throughput here anyways. So there goes the tablet. Yeah, the output is insane. I already assumed as much. That's why I left some space here. Basic inserters, 2 of them will be sufficient for the input. We're going to do that. But for the output, it's going to be 3 fast inserters. I'm out of bricks. Wait a sec. Bricks? No, I'm out of electronic circuits. Which I can't produce right now. Yeah, well, it's not really a trouble here. Let's handcraft a few of those. It's going to be one of the last few moments where I have to handcraft larger amounts of green circuits. I mean, I could just go up there. I have a facility already, but Okay. No. I want to pipe it through here. Oops. There we go. Just like that. I can end here. Mining productivity! I love this. These productivity increase technologies are some of my favorite technologies to begin with. So we have to do this, and then, yay, green circuits, my friends. Alright. Of course, we need some of that as well, and I'll try to let the green circuits ride where. Oh, it's always such a hard decision, but I'll do it here. So that's that. That's that. Mainly because I will need the circuits so much when I'm building the mall, and I don't want to have the circuits far away from that. That's the main motivation here. So, speaking about motivation, I really hate these meteorites here everywhere. There's so much crap in my inventory. I mean, I'm pretty lousy at inventory management to begin with in Factorio, so this is like even worse. Okay, so that didn't go as expected, to be quite honest. I would have assumed that I would be producing more more green circuits at the end of this. Somehow I'm very, very surprised about the rough amounts of material needed here, and that again blocks me pretty hard because I'm just lacking some tools to move such huge amounts of goods or work with them, as you've just seen with the inserter capacity, basically. So while we were talking about stack inserters and the lack of them, let's change something about that. And I'm going to drop some of these materials back there into my smelters. I really hate those meteorites. They're really like some nasty potty crashers. They land in your base, they threaten to destroy your premises, and they leave you with crap in your inventory that you have to manage somehow because you can't let those meteorites lie around everywhere. Like, wow. These guys. Meteorites are really just no nice people. Just like cliffs. I really don't feel bad in Factorio for killing all the nature. Nature is so mean to me. Like, trees are such a hassle. Cliffs. Don't get me started about those. Okay. Let's be careful here. Oh, I do love those cliff explosives. Sorry for doing this here in between. It just needed that kind of satisfaction. I was working on that so hard. Okay, we need to go to our mini mall and grab some more belts. I'm all out of belts. I need to get rid of those stones somehow. Didn't I have that brick cookery or stuff like that? Here I can dump some stone into. Just need to get rid of that stone. Or just take that. I mean, I do like to keep a few units of that. Why is there iron ore again? I was just removing cliffs. Leave me alone. So, it's pretty rough here, I have to say. Oh, the mining area here is getting more and more depleted. So the starter base is depleting more and more. I like to see that. It's a sign of progress. So those hand grenades, I won't be needing them either. And there's copper ore. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So, seems like we do have enough time to start thinking about mall decisions. Awesome. So, with this mod, I'm really not convinced to set up on how to set up a mall. That's why I'm going to remove some more cliffs and do some theater crafting in the meantime. My idea, my wishful thinking here was to manage the design of a mall area where I can actually have all the tier 0 products. I call the burner technology tier 0 because it's just not tier 1. You basically never use them if you don't have to. And the idea was I want to build a small facility which produces all the burner items I will need for the production of the real items. Because in AAI Industries, basically every single assembler, every single inserter, every single miner consists out of a burner item before you can finish the complete product. And because this sounds so friggin' annoying to produce that all on site every single time. Sorry, I got carried away. It's like a unnecessary deforesting action. A moment later, you find yourself somewhere in the forest and you don't know why. So basically, the first layer of the mall, that's what I'm going to try to set up, will be a big facility to pre-produce the tier 0 items, because they're just necessary in large amounts. So let's go. But first, I'll need to expand that. Oh, just realized. Can do that so much easier. Robots. Boom. Go, go, nanos. Oops. That was the wrong button. I really try to use this more and more because it just speeds up the process so heavily. If I don't have to do every single of these actions manually anymore. That's awesome. Oops, don't want to do that. Okay. Let's fix that up over there and get the car. And apart from that, it's time to fetch me some more assemblers anyways. Because we have a lot of work to do now. Really, a lot of work. So let's get those machines and do the work. Okay, I'll need those tier 1 assemblers, and well, I do have 31 tier 2 assemblers right now. That's good. I do have a lot of the other items as well, and I realized that I don't really need the hand grenades anymore because I'm deforesting stuff with my nano emitters. Usually I have to carry that stuff around with me a lot more, but not in this scenario. Let's re-ammo the nano guns. Stack inserter research finished. So the capacity bonus is actually already available with the green science exclusively. Awesome. But first off, I want to have the meteor point defense, because I really don't want to have meteors crashing into my base, especially not in my more and more sophisticated areas. I mean, you saw how many meteors there were lying around in that space where I wanted to build a moment ago. Do my laboratories have enough fuel? Yeah, it's okay. 50-ish. It's such a weird feeling to check out if your laboratories have enough fuel, but whatever. So we're going to do a new production sheet. 25 minutes in, we have a few more minutes of time. So I think I'll stick with that idea. So we have to do burner mining drills, burner assembling machines, and burner inserters. These are practically the core products of the whole facility here. The real tough question, though, is how many of those per second do you want to produce? So let's say I want to produce 1 per second. Okay, let's just check out the amounts necessary for that. So first thing I'm noticing is that 1 burner mining drill per second doesn't sound like a smart idea. So 0.5 per second, I don't need them that much. I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm going to compute that by factories. And we're going to have this just like that. Boom. Yeah. So the outputs here are just wonderful. I don't need that much more. So looking at those numbers, my idea is nonsense. That's just what I realize here. I need so small amounts of items there. But what is true, though, is that the mall will be built in layers, which means I'm going to layer it tier for tier, if I can. Let's see if I can pull this off. But I want to have a schematic where there's tier 0, piping stuff into tier 1, tier 1 piping stuff into tier 2, so I'll have a steady throughput of materials, and that should be a quite good thing to do. Maybe that's the best I can do. Let's see. But there's also a lot of copper ore to acquire, a lot of biters to shoot down, and the copper ore patch here, that's going to be something I'll do off camera. I'm not going to expand my smelters on camera, because I don't think that's a super exciting thing to say, unless I'm doing some cool train installation or stuff like that. But I don't think that with this copper patch, the trains are coming soon. I don't know. I'll rethink that off camera. So there are even biters down here. Wow. So we have to eradicate them. Do I have enough ammo on me? Ooh, that doesn't look good. But, oh, they don't even have worms. Okay. I don't need to worry if they don't even have worms. Honestly. That's a very, very small biter colony then. Okay. There we go. But that just made me realize that I really need to pick up some more ammo. And it's also time to say goodbye to those shabby yellow mags. I can do better than that. Awesome, we're getting stuff done here. So I think the concept now for my mall is quite solid. Usually I like to separate logistics from productions. Like I have a mall area for logistical products, and I have a mall area for production products, as weird as that might sound. Oh, I forgot one there. And yeah, usually I split that off differently, but Judging on the sheer amount of trouble it would bring to me if I would try to split that, nah. We're going to do a tiered production facility. That sounds awesome. Alright, I'm carrying around some uranium ore with me. I don't really need that. Damn. And I'm also going to produce some meteor point defense pretty soon. There we go. Just some little deforestation here. And grabbing up my turret here. And these guys, they are having worms. We're not going to mess around with that without, unless I have more ammo here. Okay. So for the first tier of products, I'll need what? Motors, bricks, and iron plates. It's mostly the thing we're needing here. So I just realized that I'll need the brick pipe down here. Surprisingly, we have to do the brick pipe. I didn't expect that. So AAI does impose some very, very surprising challenges on me with the preparation of my early game. It certainly doesn't go as I had expected. Really. Like, I didn't expect such an extensive amount of work necessary to get the early game through. I mean, I'm not even having gray science here. I'm still on 2 science colors, and my laboratories are still burning fuel. I mean, I could have changed that at this point already. I just got lazy because I didn't see the huge advantage of swapping over to other laboratories already. But nevertheless. Okay. So motors and bricks, right? Let's pipe that stuff over there then. But I realize I'm all out of materials. I think I should just fill the car with my materials there. And we're also getting closer to the meteor point defense and to the end of this episode. So I'm going to, I mean, the most innovations for today are already settled down. I mean, the green circuit facility is not done yet. We're going to expand that with some more machines to get that on 15 units per second. But apart from that, I'm really, really happy with how everything is evolving so far. Because, I mean, my starter base is quite a beast, to say the least. I mean, I'm even mass-producing blue inserters at this point. And to some degree, it feels kind of weird to build all this stuff down there again. Because a part of me says, come on, you already have everything. Why do it all again down there? But this is just a huge mess. This is not unorganized. There is basically... why do I leave my car like that? Well, rambling. That's why. There's basically just... a big bunch of chaos there, and it's not... I'm not happy with it, so that's why I'm rebuilding all that. Alright, so let's put some belts into the trunk, and I'm off to say goodbye. Drop me a comment down below, share your thoughts if you like this kind of concept or whatnot. I love to hear from you guys, and until then, we're going to see each other on the next episode of Space Exploration. See ya, bye-bye.